Here at HSN, I'm Alice Carone, Debbie Meyer joining us for the rest of the hour because, Debbie, I think we're going to have a few leftovers with our today's special.
No.
Well, we are not only going to help you save your food, but we're going to do it in a way that is so quick and easy. This has been my host pick, I don't even know how many times. It is called the HandiVac, okay? You are now not only going to be able to store your food, but you're going to, even more importantly, be able to remove the air when you store your food in a matter of seconds. We're going to give you your HandiVac, but we're going to give you the batteries for your HandiVac.
Yep.
6 batteries included. You're going to get 10 of your gallon bags. You're going to get 10 of your quart bags. All of this, guys, at a price of not only $22.95. We're going to do 2 flex payments today. Let us show you how this works. You want it? I will tell you, I have 2,300 before it sells out.
And this is the only airing today.
This is it.
So have a look. This is a vacuum sealing unit. This vacuum seals just the way you get food and various things from the grocery store and other things. Vacuum sealed. It is handheld. You see I'm holding it in my hand here? I have a small hand. It fits in my hand perfectly. It operates with one button push. That's the pump right there. It is a full vacuum sealing pump. You also get my bags, my Debbie Meyer Genius Vac bags that I know you adore. They are reclosable at the top. You don't have to cut them. They have a zip style opening at the top, so you don't have to cut them. You can take things out, put things more back in, and then re-vacuum them. And let me show you how simple this is. It is battery operated. There are no cords. You don't have to plug it in. You don't have to recharge it. You don't have to do anything. Batteries, you can find them everywhere in the world if you need them, but the batteries last a very long time. See the circle on the bag? That's all you need to know. Circle to circle. There's a circle. There's a circle. Now watch this. You want to know if this is strong? Watch. Now, I don't think anybody's going to be crushing a can. All right, that's a silly thing. But what it is it's actually showing you the power of the vacuum. Vacuum sealing is important for many reasons. Not for crushing cans, but to show you the removal of air. When you remove air from things, particularly things that you want to freeze, you will prevent freezer burn. You have to remove air to prevent freezer burn because air is what causes freezer burn. Now, we showed you power. Now I'm going to show you control. Because you're using one finger, you watch what you're sealing. All you do is make sure the top of the bag is sealed. Circle to circle, and that's all you do. Now watch this. I get to control, and boom.
Done.
My strawberries are vacuum sealed. I can put them into the freezer, and they will not be freezer burned when I go to retrieve them. And I'm going to explain to you what freezer burn means. It's not just a word, and it's not something that's just a silly throw-around word. It's real science. I am about the science of keeping your food fresh, and you know me for years and years with keeping your fresh food fresh longer with my Debbie Meyer green bags and Debbie Meyer green boxes. Now I can keep you fresh in the freezer and in the pantry for some things. So look at this. Why does coffee come like this in a brick? It's vacuum sealed for a reason. It is sealed like that to prevent the oils from going rancid because oxidation takes place. I'm going to turn it over so you can see it's coffee. Oxidation takes place when there is air present. So this is what you do. You open this up, but what happens when you open it up?
You can't reseal it.
Yeah, it turns to this. So watch what happens when I simply dump the coffee into one of my bags, seal the top. Now watch this. I'm going to turn that coffee back into this. And this is the soft coffee, right? Okay, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds, and I have vacuum sealed. And because my bags reopen and reclose, you take out the coffee you want, do this, and reseal it.
Reseal, take out what you need. I love being able to take out my crackers, my cookies, and then reseal it so that you really get the most for your money. This is 2 flex payments, $22.95.
That's what I do when I have extra things that I want to freeze. Sometimes you make more baked goods than you intend, right? So you want to freeze some, or you want to ship them. You do this, and they won't break in shipment because they're not banging around.
I just like to keep them in my pantry like this.
Absolutely.
So that I can get in and out, because otherwise when I'm going to open the cookie thing, but then there's no way to reseal it.
That's right. Manufacturing packaging is nothing but a transportation device. And I work with manufacturers, I work with packagers, I work with supermarkets all the time. And they tell me they intend to get the food to the supermarket. That's it. Once it's there, you're on your own.
Right.
Well, you're not on your own when you're with me, because I'm going to fix this. I had to fix it for myself. I'm going to fix it for you. If that packaging was meant to do anything but other than transport your goods, they'd give you a better way to seal it. They would tell you this is going to keep your food fresh. It doesn't. All it does is get it to the store and get it home to your house. Well, I love trail mix. Our kids, grandkids like to go hiking. They're not going to take this with them when we go camping. So what I do is I make individual snack packs for them. And this is all I do. That's for David. Oh, David's getting 2 of them. Look at that. Lucky kid. So here we have snack packs. Well, what happens once they open this and I want to refill it? This goes along with me everywhere. I have one in my suitcase. I have one everywhere I go because I can reseal. I don't have to worry about recharging. I'll throw in an extra pack of batteries if I'm going to be away a long time, but you can get batteries anywhere. That's the easy part. Look at how small this is. And you know it weighs nothing. So when you open things like this, we talked about things you put in your pantry, you open things like rice. If you try to clip it, seal it, if you heat seal it, you're actually trapping in the very air that is causing the oxidation. You don't want air in there. You want air out of there so that the air, and if you do clip and seal and do all those things, you'll notice it's like a pillow. That's because you haven't removed the air. Only a vacuum sealer will remove the air, and my vacuum sealer will do it faster and easier than any other. Look. Now my rice is safe. But I want rice tonight for dinner? Okay, I go into the pantry. First of all, you can store it like this instead of that great big bag of rice, right?
And your bags are really nice and thick, too.
This bag is specially made. It is a patented process. This is not a plastic bag.
No,
it is made specially so that it will hold a vacuum seal as well as not permit air to pass through it in the freezer, which is the important part. Let's go to the freezer because this is very, very important. This is the part where you save a lot of money. You go into your freezer and you find steak that looks like that. See that stuff? That's not intended. That is actually freezer burn. Freezer burn is when the moisture in all of your meats and goods, any kind of food, comes to the surface and cold, dry air freezes it. It takes the moisture out. You know what steaks taste like when they're freezer burned because I don't know anybody who hasn't had a freezer burned steak, especially when you store it like this. When you simply remove them from the original packaging, my hands are freezing,
yes.
The original packaging, and put it into one of my bags and vacuum seal your steaks. These are the same age. Look at how beautiful those are. And they will be the steaks I purchased. I will eat great steak. It's as simple as that. But here's something else that happens. And listen, this is the thing that drives me nuts. You go to the store and you already find frost in the bag. That's because air was in it when they froze it. You started out buying freezer burned food. Okay, that's ridiculous to me because that's a waste of money. That chicken is just going to taste like leather. Instead, buy chicken at great prices in those big family packs and then separate it and put it into one of my bags, vacuum seal it, and put it in the freezer. You won't have permafrost. You'll have beautiful chicken ready to eat. And there's so many ways, whether it's waffles. When my son was very young, he used to eat waffles in the morning, and I'd take out that wax bag inside the box, and it'd be full of frost. That's freezer burn, too. It's not just meats. This is my smoothie pack. Every morning I have these ready. I just open this up, dump it in the blender. I don't have to add ice. I put in a little yogurt and milk, perhaps, and I have smoothies ready for everybody. But you can see how beautifully organized my freezer is. The best part of it is that everything in here will be the way I intended it to be and the way it was when I started.
And so you're going to use this with so many different things. Let me show them the configuration again one more time, because I want you to understand we're going to give you everything you need good to go. You will use this every day. You will use this multiple times throughout the day. And you're getting it at $7 off and 2 flex payments today. Look at what we're giving you. Not only the HandiVac, which again, very ergonomically designed. Virtually anybody. Adriana does this, and you know, she's 14. Batteries included right here.
My grandchildren do this.
Everybody can do this one. There is no learning curve here, okay? It's a flat line. You're going to get 10 of your gallon bags, your great big ones. I use mine over and over. I get corn from the store. I put it right in here, and then, because my dad swears, if you freeze it, it's sweeter. And then that's it, okay? You're also going to get 10 of your 1-quart bags. everything you need. Now, I will tell you that we do not have additional bags for you to buy today, and I'm sorry about that, but it's stuck out in that port thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? On the West Coast. It's sitting there. So as soon as we get them, we will get some, all right? We will get some. We just don't have them available right now.
Fifth ship from the left, out off the coast of
just sitting there docked. So hopefully that'll get in soon. But you may consider just getting a couple of these and then giving this away and then ordering, you know, the new bags when they come in a week or so.
I do apologize, and I know a lot of you are looking for the bags, and believe me, I'm as unhappy as you are. Yes, but we will have them. So anyway, here we go. This is how you save money too. If you buy in bulk, I don't want to cut it. I'm not going to pay somebody to cut this up into pieces for me.
Well, then it's dry.
I buy the whole block, and maybe if I'm going to use it, and I know I'm going to use it in a couple of days, I will simply seal the entire block in one of my bags that is vacuum sealed, and I can put it in the freezer or in the refrigerator. But if I want to portion it out because I know I'm not going to get to the whole thing for quite a while, I cut it up, put it in my bag. This is what I do. I put my finger between it so they're separated, vacuum sealed, and this is we're talking seconds. Look at this. Oh yeah. You want to take advantage of good prices on fish. If you're a fisherman, if you know, or hunter, any of that stuff, I get my favorite emails are from fishermen and hunters because they take this with them out in the woods. Where are you going to find a plug on a tree, right? So this is how you can take it with you. They actually clean and gut their fish right on the boat. They put them in my bags. They vacuum seal them just like this and throw them into their coolers. That's how they get their food, their fish home. Or you can just do it if you want to do portion control at home, which is why I do it. So that for Adriana and I get a nice big piece of fish, and then I just do it yourself. And maybe one day my husband wants fish, and I don't. I want chicken. I will have a chicken breast, one or two. Whatever works for your family, but this is instantly resealing back to factory standard. Look at this. This is when you open hot dogs. You know how slimy they get as soon as they're opened, right? If you try to reseal them in their own packaging, don't do that. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, and you've got hot dogs that are going to last you. You can throw that in the freezer and know that they are not going to be freezer burned. We love pizza. We just saw pizza being made in the skillet,
today's special, which is coming up in a few minutes.
Make extra. And freeze it so that there's always a snack in your house. Or when you buy those 2-for-1 deals on pizza, there's nothing worse to me than stale old pizza in a cardboard box. But I love pizza, so this is how you save it. You vacuum seal it. Now, when you vacuum seal things like cheeses, you can just throw that in your refrigerator.
Look at how perfectly.
But you want to talk about money?
Look at how easy this is. Because you know what? There are a whole lot of food sealers on the marketplace that are big, that are bulky, that are silly expensive.
And or you have to insert something.
Do you even use them when they're this big and you have to buy these special rolls? This is nothing. This is so simple. This is right here. Push a button. And all you have to do in a matter of seconds, you're removing that air.
And that's how you prevent freezer burn.
You will save
so much money. Have a look at this.
Food you will save.
This is steak. Now, steak, when it's freezer burned, has lost all of its integrity because freezer burn actually changes meat on a molecular level. It changes everything about meat. It breaks down its fibers. It pulls out all the moisture. It freezes it on top. It's not the steak you bought.
But talk about marinating, too.
Oh, yes. If you put your steak in here and you want to put the marinade in, when you vacuum seal and you just watch so that you don't come up to this level, there's a marker there for you. Make sure the liquid stays below that. Marinating will actually help you soften a steak and tenderize a steak before you cook it. It's not just flavoring. But I like to buy the family pack when there's a sale because I don't know when I'm going to have people come over. So I can have in my freezer stacks of steak, stacks of chicken ready, but I know they're fresh. And when my grandson is now in T-ball, so you have to bring snacks. This is what I do. I bring them the snacks like this. I vacuum seal them so I can put them in the cooler. I know they're not floating around in ice and all that stuff, but they stay fresh and beautiful, whether it's
show them the tomato.
It's a sandwich you didn't finish, and you want to put this away, maybe even freeze it for the next couple of days. You have control. So again, control.
It's going to be tomato season.
Oh, and you know what? I freeze a lot of tomatoes.
I do too.
This is control. Look at how beautiful
it is. You can't buy a good
it is.
tomato in the stores anymore.
You want to send, this is the other snack, the T-balls, apple slices, or take them to work with you. Brown sugar, excuse me, that box of brown sugar that turns into a rock, it's not, brown sugar is not supposed to be a rock, even though we've all found that. See how soft and mushy it is? That's the way it's supposed to be. When you store it in my bag, all you do is dump it into my bag, and that's as simple as it gets. Dump it into my bag, vacuum seal it. You've now got hard brown sugar to preserve it, but soft brown sugar when you want to use it.
And I'm opening it up,
Look at this.
I'm taking some out, and then I'm resealing it over and over and over and over
Remember
again.
that these bags, this is a patented process because you don't want a bag that is porous. Ordinary plastic bags are actually porous. They allow air to pass through their membranes. When you're going to freeze something in particular, you want a bag that does not have that property, that does not allow air to pass through it. There's my little gorgeous little brie. That's going to go into the freezer. Here are pieces of steak. Here's that corn. Whoops. If you want spring corn in the middle of winter, you live someplace where you're not going to get it, that's how you get it. See how it, look what it does. You take out all the air and you actually are preserving that food longer because you are removing the actual source of oxidation, oxygen. If you put it in the freezer without removing the air, you've trapped in the very thing that is going to create that oxidation and freezer burn.
My dad swears that if you freeze corn, that it makes it sweeter.
Okay,
so that's just
this is what I do. My flour, I don't like flour flying around, so I take the whole bag and seal it right in here. This is vacuum sealed inside one of the bags. So whether it's popcorn, if you get popcorn damp, it's not going to pop.
Right.
This is how you want to seal it. That's now free. That's absolutely safe.
It looks like it has been professionally sealed from the manufacturer, from the place it's.
This is the other thing. All kinds of uses. If you want to take things with you, if you want to preserve clothing, if you want to put this away because your grandkids are a certain size now, or your children, you write on here what size it is and you preserve them. They're safe. When you travel, you can travel with things compressed into less sizes. The TSA loves me because everything is sealed and they know nothing is going to spill. But I really, Alice, I'd like to take you back over here to the freezer.
Okay.
And I know I'm moving around here quickly for the camera, but I really want to talk about what this means to you in terms of money, because this is your money. I did this because I was sick of throwing away my money. I was sick of finding this. I was sick of going to the grocery store and they were selling me pre-freezer burned food.
Right.
That's insane.
What we pay for our food, the money you're wasting. Let me give you a quick update, if I could, which is with people ordering this right now, about 800 or 900 of these left till they sell out, guys. But look at the difference.
Look at the color of that meat. There is no color left in this meat.
What you spent on this.
Oh my goodness.
What you spent on this that you're going to throw away. $22.95 to get the HandiVac and all the bags
How
and the
simple
batteries.
is it that you only open the zip top? You don't cut my bags, so you're never losing part of the bag, right? And they are, of course, they are food grade. They're absolutely safe for your food. But this is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to go to the store and buy things that have freezer burn built in. Right. I'm paying extra for freezer burn. Instead, buy those trays of fresh food. Fresh is best, always best. So I am going to help you be fresh in your freezer. You simply take your chicken, your fish, any of those big expensive proteins and put them in my bags. So whether it's a big family pack or you want a portion control, 1 or 2 at a time in a bag, this is all you do. And look how beautiful it'll
use them for your soups, your chilies. Let's go to California because, Debbie, we have a phone caller. Kathy is calling in from California, has just ordered her HandiVac. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
We're great.
So what do you think about the HandiVac?
Oh, I think it's great. I think my husband's going to like it a lot.
Yeah. You know, how much food do we throw away or do we waste because we can't reseal it, right?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry. Oh, I was sealing.
How much food, Kathy, do we waste because we're throwing it away because the air has gotten to it and it's gotten stale or it's gotten freezer
Oh, my God. You should see my fruit goes bad, my cheese. I mean, this is going to be so good for me and my husband. He's going to love it. And I love fruit, so I'm always cutting up fruit, and I don't have to worry about nothing now once I get this.
And when you put it in your freezer, what you put in your freezer is what's going to come out of your freezer. You're not going to have that freezer-burned, horrible stuff that tastes terrible.
And so simple and easy to use. Look at all you have to do.
See how much air there is in there? That's it. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's it.
Look at this.
You see it moving, Kathy? Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you so much for shopping with us. It is going to pay for itself. Look at how immediately it conforms right to it, and then you're done.
That's it.
Look.
All right, here's another one that I like to throw into the refrigerator, into the freezer. What I actually do, this is a whole package worth of bacon that we took out of the original packaging. You can make, maybe you usually make 4 slices or 6 slices in the morning. Take them out and portion them, and then freeze them in, package them and freeze them individually. So whoever makes breakfast in your house just goes in and pulls out what you need. You can make your freezer work for you in ways you never imagined. Your pantry can be absolutely organized, beautiful, and ready for you to make anything you want. Things like beans actually go rancid if they are left with air in them. You want to, when you touch your bag, you want to see this.
And you can store them standing up. I love that.
It's like it's a filing cabinet.
Quick update, all right? You're seeing the left counter now because we have so few left, but what you're not seeing is I have 600, 700 people ordering this right now trying to get through. If you're even thinking about grabbing a couple of these, get what you want now because it looks like these will all sell out. This presentation, it's the only time you're going to see it today. It's not just something that you're going to use. It's something that will save you money and even more importantly, save your food. It makes me sick sometimes how much food we waste.
Stop throwing away money on food that we're wasting, but also stop throwing away money on having other people do little bits of work for you. Look at this. I am a frugal girl. I think you've figured that out by now. But you know what?
We need to be nowadays.
I don't know anybody who wants to waste money. So what I do is I buy the bigger package and I make my own 100-calorie packs. They tell you right on the back, 2 ounces of this is 100 calories. I measure out 2 ounces and make my own 100-calorie packs to take to the office with me or to send to school for snacks. These are all 100-calorie packs that we made ourselves because it saves so much money. If I buy this bag of trail mix instead of the prepackaged little ones, I can make my own.
And you're saving money right there. But look what we're going to do right here. You get the HandiVac. You get all of the batteries.
Right
you're
in the box.
10 of your 1-gallon bags. You're going to get 10 also of your quart bags. Everything included. 2 flex payments on this of $11.48. I promise you, in a week, you will have saved enough money to have paid for this.
And you will have used it in so many ways.
Use it. I love mine. It's been my host pick. I don't even know how many times. Okay,